reading from the book of Deuteronomy. Moses spoke to all the people, saying, "A prophet like me will the Lord your God raise up for you from among your own kin. To him you shall listen. This is exactly what you requested of the Lord your God at Horeb on the day of the assembly, when you said, 'Let us not again hear the voice of the Lord our God, nor see this great fire any more, lest we die.' And the Lord said to me, 'This was well said. I will raise up for them a prophet like you from among their kin, and will put my words into his mouth. He shall tell them all that I command him. Whoever will not listen to my words which he speaks in my name, I myself will make him answer for it. But if a prophet presumes to speak in my name an oracle that I have not commanded him to speak, or speaks in the name of other gods, he shall die.'" The word of the Lord.
A reading from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians. Brothers and sisters, I should like you to be free of anxieties. An unmarried man is anxious about the things of the Lord, how he may please the Lord. But a married man is anxious about the things of the world, how he may please his wife, and he is divided. An unmarried woman or a virgin is anxious about the things of the Lord, so that she may be holy in both body and in spirit. A married woman, on the other hand, is anxious about the things of the world, how she may please her husband. I am telling you this for your own benefit, not to impose a restraint upon you, but for the sake of propriety and adherence to the Lord without distraction. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Glory to you, Lord. Lord, be in my mind, on my lips, and in my heart. Then they came to Capernaum, and on the Sabbath, Jesus entered the synagogue and taught. The people were astonished at his teaching, for he taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes. In their synagogue was a man with an unclean spirit. He cried out, "What have you to do with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." Jesus rebuked him and said, "Quiet, come out of him." The unclean spirit convulsed him, and with a loud cry came out of him. All were amazed and asked one another, "What is this? A new teaching with authority. He commands even the unclean spirits, and they obey him." His fame spread everywhere throughout the whole region of Galilee. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord. We just have the servers set up front. Okay, we worshipers, come on down. Have a seat. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you. High five.
Hey, Joshua.
Oh, Joshua.
Brother.
Good boy. Good. High five. Hey, Crystal. High five.
Crystal.
There we go. Oh, good boy. Polka dots. Hi, sweetheart. High five.
All right, let's go, guys. Sophia, you ready? Let's go.
Poor boy. Hey, high five.
Joshua, you're gonna have fun today.
Go for it, buddy. Say hi to Joshua. Thank you. All right, guys. High five. High five. High five. Good boy. High five. Good. This is Catholic Schools Week and a very special day here at Queen of Peace when our Catholic school children are wearing their uniforms and proclaiming, even by the way they dress, that they are
Catholic school children. But we started a bit quick, and I didn't have the opportunity to welcome everyone who's visiting today, especially if you happen to be visiting because of the tennis matches or the basketball game yesterday or some other event here in town. We want to especially welcome you to the table where we are all one family. And we're blessed today with Father Peter, who is from Poland but speaks very little English. So there's only one way we can welcome him, and that's let's do it. Today's readings invite us to respect the authority of God's Word. St. Paul confuses us a little bit, but basically his whole message is don't be anxious, don't be afraid, don't be distracted from who you are. A little boy, quite little, went on his first camping trip with his mom and dad. Since they were in a pretty safe campground, his parents let him wander around, and he found a winding path that led to a view over a deep valley. He thought he heard something, and so he said, "Hello," and he heard back, "Hello." The boy knew nothing about echoes, had never experienced it before. So he said, "Who are you?" And back came the voice, "Who are you?" He said, "I asked you first." The voice came back, "I asked you first." The boy was just so frustrated. He thought, "What am I going to do?" He said, "You know, I just hate you. I just hate you." Goes back to camp, tells his dad what happened. His dad explains what an echo is and gives him some instructions and tells the boy to go back. The boy goes back to the viewing place, looking down at the big valley, and he says, "Hello," and he hears back, "Hello. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you." The dad taught his son that what comes from him, what comes from the boy, is what he can expect to receive back. And that love and happiness come from within is clearly Jesus' message that his neighbors in Galilee were so astonished by. They spent all their lives looking outside themselves for love and happiness. Instead, he said, we are created in the image of God, and that's why we have happiness or love. It comes from within us, regardless of circumstances. Our love, our happiness comes from within, not from anything outside ourselves. This is the echo that we experience in our daily lives. This is the echo Jesus was sharing with people who had never heard such things before. Sometimes when we're grown-ups, we have preconceived notions and a new idea just can't break through. But for those who could hear Jesus and let his message shine through, their lives were changed forever. Children, all children, are learners. They're going to pick up all the things we say, all the things we teach, and observe how we behave They're going to observe our actions, how we treat other people, how we find echoes in our own lives. Our children are open. The message goes right through. Our goal in Catholic schools is that that message, that echo, will offer them happiness, will offer them love, and will help them to grow to be secure, healthy, motivated adults. We have our school principal, Tammy Vasu, here to share some of the good news about the school, I think. Oh, okay.